Hello, YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of This and That. Yes, it is your boy Rosie, your soon to be #1 YouTube host. Today's video is going to be slightly different. Today we're going to cook us some chicken. We're going to talk about an alternate seasoning and an alternate marinating option. And then once we pull the chicken, we're going to discuss a couple of questions that I received over the last 2 months about my cooking technique, about one thing that I do different, and we're going to answer a few more questions about the Big Easy turkey fry. So y'all stay tuned. This is bound to be a good one. All right, family, as y'all can see, doing the video, I think about 10 minutes after I started the video, I started cooking, I put the original top on because it's windy out today, and I hope that doesn't mess with my audio. Because the one thing YouTubers hate, people hate watching bad audio. They hate listening to bad audio. They don't mind watching a bad video, but audio sucks. But anyway, I put this lid on. Then I said, if we're going to actually eat this chicken for lunch, I need some sides. So what I did was I went and got my butter melting top, which I've discussed in a lot of previous videos. A lot of y'all even bought this from Amazon due to my video. And so what we did was we put a vegetable tray on the grill grate. Now these vegetable trays, they're made to cook in the oven for about 20 minutes. They're only about, I don't know, 60, 70 calories. I'll put everything either in a link or I'll show y'all in the video. And these things are good for you. So I added a little bit of butter, which made it a little bit worse. And I put those on top of the grill grate. And that's looking good. So my wife doesn't really care for these type of vegetables, bell peppers, beans, that type of thing. She likes onions. But me and my sister-in-law are going to have this. And take the grill grate off. And be sure not to put that on top of your propane tank, because this thing is piping hot. And I almost put my grill grate on top of my propane tank, but I had to rethink that. So I'm gonna lay that right there on the side. And for the star of the show, there it is. Now I put this thing in leg side down, breast side up, because I've gotten a lot of questions, and that's the main purpose for this video. I've gotten a lot of questions. Ooh, that's hot. Should have grabbed my hook. Let's do that right. Hold on. Let's look professional. Now, there we go. Now check that bird out. Does that look good or what? I've marinated that for 48 hours in Dale seasoning. And that's one of the things we want to talk about in this video today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut the Big Easy off. I'm going to take this inside, let it sit for about 15 minutes. Me and the wife and my sister-in-law probably even go ahead and have lunch. Let this thing cool off. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that elephant in the room. There's 3 topics we're going to talk about today. And as soon as we finish lunch, I'll be right back to talk about that. Y'all stay tuned. All right, family, I'm back. We're done with lunch. That chicken was delicious. I marinated that chicken for about 48 to 50 hours. No joke. Now, we got several things to talk about today, and I think we're going to talk about the marinade first. The first thing I told y'all in the intro, or in the earlier part of the video, we want to talk about an alternate seasoning method, or alternate marinating method. This is called Dale seasoning. Y'all have heard me mention this several times before. It started with my nephew had passed away. We were at the going home services, and one of his cousins introduced me to Dale's. And Dale's is a marinade, and I use it to season. I use it when I cook a stir fry. I use it in the place of Worcestershire sauce. I use it in the place of soy sauce. This is simply delicious. Now here's the thing about it. When I use this Dale seasoning, I only use salt, pepper, and paprika on my chicken after that. It doesn't take anything else. I don't have to put any onion powder. I don't have to put a lot of salt. Now, one thing about this Dale seasoning that I found strange, and you won't find this in many products. The original Dale seasoning is good, but it's salty. And that's why I say if I use the original, I don't have to use a lot of salt. Now, normally, when you buy something that's low sodium, it doesn't taste as good as the original. And that's where its Dale seasoning differs. And this is not a paid advertisement. Once again, this is just something that I like. The reduced sodium Dales, for whatever reason, is thicker, it's syruppier, and it actually sticks to the meat better and it tastes better than the original. And being low sodium, it's better for you. I don't see any preservatives or anything in there in addition to the low sodium that would cause you harm. So from now on, I use only the reduced sodium Dale seasoning. I marinate my meat in it, whether it's pork, beef, poultry, or even fish. And this is the perfect marinade for everything. I don't know how they did it, but if I ever have the opportunity to visit the Dale's factory, wherever they are, and I'm gonna do some more research on them. They're actually in Birmingham, Alabama, which is actually only about 4 or 5 hours from me. So that's one of my goals for 2021, is to set up a meeting with Dale Seasoning. All right, that's thing number one. That's out of the way. Thing number two. All right, thing number two. There's a gentleman by the name of Mike Jones, and I told him in the comments I would call him out. I would give him a shout out. Mike asked a good question. He asked me, because I always reference the fact that the Big Easy Turkey Fryer is a consistent 450 to 500 degrees, and you can't turn it down. Well, that's true and not true. Now, let me explain. You can make a minor adjustment on the Big Easy, especially the original Big Easy, the small one. You can turn that flame down a little bit, but I don't think it's necessary because it goes down so very little. Matter of fact, I can show y'all. Now fam, if y'all can see that, I think y'all can see that flame in there. Now, I'm going to turn that down ever so slightly. See, so you can turn that down just a little, but anything past that right there, and she's going out on you. So it really would not make a difference to turn that down. And if you have that fire that low, you're not cooking what you're trying to cook. That's not enough heat to create that infrared that the Big Easy is famous for. And so you're not going to get much out of that. So technically you can turn it down, but why would you want to? If you want to do something to reduce your infrared, I would maybe raise my meat to a higher tray. If you have the multiple trays in your basket, use what we did earlier today. Use a skewer, using one of those hangers to those, like you can hang ribs or whatever off the side of the basket, or use the thigh leg tray, which I have right here. And you can use this to hang your thighs, your chicken thighs, higher. So there's methods to get what you're looking for, but as far as turning that fire up and down on the original Big Easy, ooh, that thing feels good. It's cold out here today. I think I'm gonna leave that going, and while I make this video. All right, let's go ahead and slide this basket back in. Now next, on the charbroil smoker, and this is gonna be a long video, so y'all just bear with me. Now this is something I learned a while back on the smoker, and I think I can show y'all that. So can I hold y'all and pull this basket out at the same time? Might have to sit y'all down. There we go. All right. I don't think this is a flaw in mine. I think this is with all of them. Now, let's go ahead and turn this gas on. Well, that's a long-winded one. We'll turn this one on, and okay, we have ignition. See, it's slowly coming around. If y'all can see that. Now this is something I learned on this one. I don't know if it's a flaw in mine or all the smokers are like this. You turn that wide open when you're ready to turn your gas on. You turn this wide open. Now, if you bring that notch back halfway, I don't know if I can do both at the same time. I'm bringing that knob back halfway and your fire increases. I don't know why that is, if that's a flaw in mine or they all do that. But that's back to the question at hand. Can you adjust the temperature or the level of your Big Easy? I've always said no. I'm going to stick with that. But technically, you can adjust that knob slightly and get a little less fire. And then, like I said, in this one, for whatever reason, if you go back, you open it wide open, you ignite it, then go back halfway, and that fire increases. Why, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all who have the smoker can help educate me, help educate the Big Easy Turkey Fried Doctor. All right, so that's thing number 2. Can you adjust the level of the Big Easy Turkey Fryer? The answer is yes and no. All right, thing number 3. Now, family. I got 18-wheeler going by. All right, family. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. And by elephant in the room, I mean, I have been asked this question a dozen times or more. Why do I put my bird, the turkey or the chicken in opposite of the directions? I put my chicken in normally legs up, breast down. Now the reason I do that is when I first did my first turkey, I followed the instructions, put legs down, and the tips of the legs appear to burn or get too crispy. So me being me, I reversed it. That appeared to work for me, and I went that way. If you notice today's video with the chicken, in actuality, the wings, and I put it in the way the instructions say. I put it in legs down, breast up. The reason I thought that the instructions that Charbroil wanted you to do that was in order to be able to check the temperature of the bird. That was the only reasoning that I had. But today it appears that infrared circulated as it should, and I also had that tin pan in the bottom. I don't know if that affected it or not. We'll have to do some more testing. But it appears it worked as it was intended, and actually the top part of the bird got darker and the legs were fine. I put the chicken in the way it was supposed to go. I did have the aluminum foil in the bottom reflecting, but so does the actual barrel that goes in the Big Easy. It reflects as well. And the chicken came out right. And actually the top portion, the breast portion, the wings, were actually crisper than they should have been. They were darker than they should have been. If anything, I should have covered those in aluminum foil. So, you know, on this channel, if I am wrong, I told y'all, when I make mistakes when I'm making a video, oftentimes I leave them in the video. If I find that I made an error, if I told y'all something wrong, I'm the first person to come back and correct it. I'm not sure. I'm still doing my research, but it appears. And it, like I told y'all in the previous videos, it really doesn't matter if you put it in, you know, leg side up or leg side down. But to me, it appears to do more damage to the bird if you put it in the way the instructions said. That may not be the case. Today's chicken, if you notice the video, I'll pop it in right here, right now. I'll pop in a little footage. And as you can see, the bird came out crisper on the top, especially the wing area. And I put it in the way it was supposed to, and the legs are fine. They came out delicious. The bird was delicious. It's just that the wings were a little crispier, and I thought that would have been the legs. So that is the elephant in the room. And that's the main reason I made the video today, was to address those two questions. And to call my boy out, Mike Jones. Mike Jones told me that he actually named his Big Easy. Now, I'm 57 years old, and if you're around my age, you'll catch this reference. He calls his Big Easy Johnny Cash, and here's the reason why. It wears all black, and it has this awesome ring of fire at the top. So that's why he calls it Johnny Cash. And for the few of you youngsters who watch my channel, Johnny Cash was an old singer back in the day, and one of his hits was Ring of Fire. And y'all can look that up, and you'll get the reference. All right, family, this has been a long video, but I think we needed this. It's in depth, and that's what I want to do. I want to share what I learned with y'all, and I'm still not done with testing that freaking chicken to see if it should be upside down or right, or did Charbroil get it right. And they are the experts, they are the engineers. I think they may have gotten it right. So family, if y'all enjoyed this video, give her a thumbs up. If not, give her a thumbs down and a brief reason why in the comment section. And if you love what we're doing here, this and that, consider becoming a subscriber. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified every time we drop one of these awesome videos. It's your boy Rosie. Y'all have a great day, a great week, a great holiday season, and soon we'll be welcoming you to 2021. Peace.